Oof, was I knocked out? Where am I? Huh? This looks like the normal world again. There's a classroom. Did I get out? No fooling. Why do we have health bar still? Shinozaki? Hey, wake up! She's breathing at least. Shinozaki, come on, wake up already. Kishinoa? Huh, what? Look around, you can hardly believe it myself, but we're here. But we're here. No way. We're back? For real? This is really our school? It's really real. Check out. Here's my desk. Mine too, right here. I can't believe it. It's true. You made it. We are home. Fuck yeah. Suck that, world. Very nice. There's not a soul inside. Never thought we would live to see home again. That's good, right? Do we have to do something? Like, get to know Yui or anyone else, huh? I guess there's no Satoshi, Miss Yui or anyone else, huh? Do we still have to do something? Have a task maybe? No. Pension to search others find eventually the janitor was likely gone home. The lights are out and the halls are filled with pitch dark. Only once red glow of the lights next to the fire extinguisher offers any respite from a quiet darkness of the school hallway. Standing around in the darkest corridors of our school building at 8 in the evening just feels so surreal. Well, it should be relatively alright since what you just went through. As the thunder and the rain grow in intensity, the windows begin to concentrate with moisture turning white into contrast to the color of sea black. I think, is this reality? Is everything up to now just a dream? I think that they are now like in between space-ish, and now they will end up in the same realm as the rest of everyone. Where am I right now? What am I doing? Ayumi says eek. Shinozaki, what's wrong? Oh, that's yeah, that's not very good, no. What the hell is this? It's not over, is it? Why isn't it over? Why? Damn it. It's you. Sup. Go back, don't come any closer. Are we going to see the origin of her? It was a rainy evening after school, just like this one. On the day I was kidnapped. I remember I had a fight with my mom that morning. Why is she telling us this? Yeah, we don't want to know, we just want to get out. I have no idea. I didn't want to see her face. So So after school I decided instead of going home, I parked myself on the corner walkway for a little and watched the rain. That's when Mr. Yoshikawa Kazu showed up and he sat down next to me. I told her all about my fight with Mom and he listened really closely and just kept sitting. He was sick and couldn't speak much, you see, but he was a very kind man. I really liked him. But then you two are nice people, so I'm so sorry. She's so tiny, she must be 5th grader. Yuki Kano, right? Thank you for what you did back there, for making an effort to help those of us who were killed in that school. Didn't we succeed though? So why are you still here? No, you didn't. But we returned your tongues, we gave you back the ability to speak. And we even got your murder to present for what he did. It's just that you can't forgive him, no matter what. Appraising us isn't about forgiveness, it doesn't matter if you forgive or not. Repentance is between the criminal and the victim. It's not the sole act capable of moving us. And we exist as fragments of those scattered around upon which Heavenly Host is sealed. I believe that moving us is the best course of action. But not enough. Yes, repentance just wasn't enough. So you're saying his words, the words spoken by the doll, weren't good enough to appease you? That's not... So what then? Why do you feel the need to trap one innocent stranger after another in that godforsaken place? Your child spirits are the ones who summoned us there, weren't you? That's not true. What the hell did you mean by that? We're just the cogs that hold the close place together. But you killed Sakamoto, didn't you? Wait. Let's hear her out. I'm just glad I was able to get even with the two of you back to safety. Or the hell are you suddenly so concerned about us? I heard about a situation like this from my sister once. A lost soul whose life was so ended violently and abrupt, leaving her with mounting of worries and regret. It's kind of like stopping short at the edge of madness. You have all sorts of thoughts and feelings swirling around in your head. Your kindly nature and your suddenly hatred and panic begin to spin around and you just start acting without any sort of control. Your sister is some kind of medium or something? Yeah, something like that. So what you're saying is the little girl and the creepy little girl we met before are two sides of the same coin. I feel for you, I really do. Please bring the rest of them back. Yoshida, Miss Yui and the others and everyone else too. Bring them back home. Come on, you can do it, right? I don't think that's possible anymore. Why not? Those closed spaces have eaten a lot of innocent souls, far too many in fact. The grudge of those who died there have filled every last corner of them. There's no room left. And because the agony and pain has nowhere else to go, it's begun feeding the minds and souls of like us. It's begun feeding on the minds and souls like us who are bound there. It wouldn't be long before I turn back into the vengeful spirit who attacks people like you without mercy. So we're going to lose you as an ally then? So why don't you just hurry and bring them back home right now? Isn't there any way for us to save Mushina and the others? There are many. There may be one way. What is it? I think you already know. You have to return to the closed spaces and find all four of us having host serial Find all four of us having host serial kidnappings and murder victims, and put us all to rest. Then the closed space won't have their cops anymore, but they begin to fall apart, and you just might get your friends back. You expect us to go back? And this time, instead of just having one person left to our place, we have to go back and root to the drawing board and please all of you? Why couldn't you tell us the reason of Why couldn't you tell us the reason our previous efforts weren't good enough? What was there to hide? It's just something I just don't want to remember. But for you, if you really want to know, I will tell you. I will tell you everything that happened. Kui's spear gently took hold of Ayumi's arm, and she's in an instant. The two beings seemed to be merged together in a single mind. What's going? Shinozaki! It hurts, it hurts! Oh no. Huh? What happened to me? Did I pass out? So why am I fully aware right now? I can't see a thing, I can't move. It's like feeling when you get really tired, sleep paralysis, I think. Oh no. Where? Why can't I move? You have been drugged, haven't you? So Sachiko Shinozaki is the only one who survived the murders. Following the incident, Shinozaki's family fled from the area, moving to another prefecture to escape the frightful memories that remained here. Strangely, however, I've been unable to locate any other records of the Shinozaki family. No matter where I look, the only information I can find about them from newspaper reports is on Heavenly Host murders. Granted, when an elementary school becomes the stage for a grisly incident such as this, preparations by none other than the principal's own son, it stands to reason that the scandal would serve as a prime focus for public interest, with all other details fading into the background. So of course, after learning that Chichiko was safe, further news of her whereabouts were largely ignored in favor of the media circus surrounding the school. But there's more than that. People weren't just interested in learning of Sachiko's history and whereabouts. There were simply no data to be had. I can't move my body because of sleep paralysis, I guess. But I can clearly see the room I'm in now. There's a boy and two girls in here. Aside from myself. I recognize them. They are the children who were killed in the Heavenly Host during the incident, but they are still alive. Unfortunately, all bound hand and foot. I am just sprawled on the floor as I am. That's the real reason I can't move. Somebody please save me. Stop. No, please stop. No. Eyes. I can't see. Now I'm blindfolded. I can't see a thing that what's happening to me.
手足も縛られてるから
And since my hand and feet are tied up, I can't remove my blindfold either.
こうしていると恐怖は
And that just makes everything so much worse. I guess because I can't see, I begin to listen more intensely. Showing
周りの子たちのおえつの声が狭い部屋に
the
入って
helpless cries of the older children echo off the walls of the cramped room. I'm so scared. It feels like my head is going to explode.
何するのよ
Why are you doing this to me? Why am I blindfolded?
ねえ話して
Untie me. Cut the ropes. I want to be able to use my hands and feet, please.
何度も叫ん
Kept
で
begging and pleading, but all I heard is in response was the man walking away from me. In order, okay?
順番
In order?
人間の声とは思えない凄まじい音波のような叫び声
I've never heard screaming like this before. It's pure primal terror, cutting through the air like perfect sine wave. It's the boy at the end.
それが延々と続く
It feels like he's been screaming for an eternity. I think he's been killed right now.
なんてこと
Oh my god, what the hell is he doing to him?
こんな残酷な目に遭って
No
る
one
のに
deserves
せめ
this.
て早く
Why isn't God allowing him to fall unconscious so he doesn't have to suffer? It's been at least half an hour now. Those inhuman screams of a young boy being ripped apart from the inside. I finally come to a halt. Now it's the girl's turn. Without even a single moment of silence, the first of the girls in line is next to scream for her life, and the symphony goes on. Her head is being removed, isn't it? Fucking damn it. Gotta take more of this. I'm losing my mind. Please stop it, please stop it.
まだ終わらない早く
Is it still going on? Come on, just die already. Die already? God, what's wrong with me?
わからないけど
I know what? I don't care. Just get it over with and leave me in peace. Finally, after hearing the sound like a heavy object being dropped, the noise stopped and the room grew quiet again. So of course the separated head from the girl. No, it's my turn. The footsteps are getting closer. All my hair standing on end at this point. Everything below my stomach feels like it's frozen, like I'm suddenly being stricken by severe diarrhea. In order? God, why am I reliving by the silence? The kid next is to me just died, which means it's my turn now. Someone got me by the hair. They're putting my head up. I'm taking off my blindfold, which means I get to see the face of my killer. Is Sachiko the killer? The 4 missing children were found in the basement room at Daphne House Elementary School and used as officially sealed since the building construction. When authorities entered, they were greeted with an inhumane, horrific sight. Based upon the evidence at hand, the murder weapon was determined a pair of large sewing scissors found in the hands of the accused. Investigators suspected some hesitation on the man's part. However, as the deceased victim's wounds did not indicate that his full strength had been used. Exactly. Because it was the girl, Sachiko, that did it, who is less strong. Nonetheless, he was clearly attached with extreme malice
公式
intent.
発表では児童たち
The
の死
official
因は
cause of death from the
舌を
tumor
切り取られ
children
た
has
こと
been
に
listed as loss of
失
blood
血死
following
とされていたが
removal of the
実際
tongue.
にはもっとむごたらしい強行が行われていた
But the actual state of the affairs was not quite so clinical, nor even so pleasant if you can believe it.
以下は
The following details have
メディ
been
アで報道されていない
extrapolated
殺
from
害の手口
information previously released to the public, or at least previously unreported by the
現場
news
で惨
outlets.
劇を目撃した幸子の証言に基づ
These
いて
details of the crimes are based on the unofficial police testimony of Sachiko Shine of herself.
手足を縛られ
Heavily, the victims were bound, blindfolded, and
一人ずつ
spread
距
out
離
on
を
the
順
floor,
番に殺され
then
てい
killed
た
one by
一人
one.
はハサミで腹部をめ
One
った刺しにさ
was
れた上
repeatedly stabbed
臓
in
器
the
を抜き
abdominal,
取られ
which is
ショ
the
ック死
with the aforementioned pair of scissors, then had many of her intestinal organs forcibly dug
臓
out.
器は地下室の土
His
跡に粗雑に
discarded
埋められ
innards were found practically buried beneath the earth floor of the basement.
一人は
Another
ハ
was
サミで
stabbed in
数
the
十
head,
回にわた
dozen
って頬を刺され
of
口から上の顎部がちぎれ
Another one was stabbed in the head dozens upon dozens of times, to such an extent that all the flesh and bone above the jawline was essentially minced away.
目隠しを剥ぎ取
With
ら
my blindfold removed,
私の目の前にさらさ
the
れ
sight
た
that
光
was
景は
appeared before me was more horrific than anything I could possibly have imagined.
血まみれの大き
The
な
person
ハサミ
staring back at me brandished a blood-soaked pair of sewing scissors and
さっき
wasn't
の大男ではなく
the large man from earlier at all. It's such
捉えられていた
That was one of the children.
返り地で
It was the little girl.
顔が真っ赤に染ま
Her
っ
face bright red with the blood of her victims.
正気のない灰色の目
She was staring intently at me with soulless grey eyes, and then
ケタケタと笑
she
い出
just
し
started giggling. Snip the scissors. Giggle, giggle.
ハサミを深
She was opening and closing the blood-and scissors over and over again, and then sound kept echoing through the room.
その錆びて
Then she took those dull,
血ま
rusty,
みれの切っ先は
furry, blood-soaked blades, and slowly brought them closer and closer to my left eye. And the guy, why is it you?
いやいや
一人はハサミで眼球を何度
The
も刺
third
され
victim
た上
was
に
stabbed in the left eye an indeterminable amount
ス
of
ープのよう
times
に潰れ
until
た
her
目玉
eyeball
をえぐり
became
出され
soup-like in consistency. She was eventually just left like that, slowly bleeding to death in a horrible agony.
その後
Certainly it was only after the molestations and already been infected that the killer went back to
切断している
sever the victim's tongues.
執筆している私の
Learning the
胸の悪く
truth about these
まさに
procedures
悪魔の所業である
is shocking even to me and makes it nearly impossible to accept the murderer as anything but a monster.
児童3人が惨
And
殺され
bearing
る
witness to
唯一生き
even
残った
moments
少
of
女
this
幸子
was a 7-year-old named
保護された
Sachiko.
後
In many years, she must have pitiably and long suffering of them all.
泣きじゃくる彼女の証
But it
言から
was through her tearful,
吉和は送検される
frightened testimony that Yoshikazu was officially
言い
charged.
換えるなら彼を
I
犯
will
人
now
の
come
確定
back
に
to
追い込
him
んだ
for
情報
information on this unfortunate girl
彼女に
whereabouts.
は
It was her word that ultimately led to Yoshikazu's sentencing.
自宅の所在に
Therefore, it comes
家
to
族
no
構
real
成に
surprise that
一切の記録が残っていない
sensitive information penetrating pertaining to her and her family would be withheld. That was to be
というよ
expected.
りはっきり
What's not expected, however, is that there is
存在していた
not
痕跡
even
が
a slightest trace of information left to find. It's of it simply never existed.
ここからは仮説に
Therefore, I cannot help but
果たして
consider
これは本当に
alternative possible explanations. And I remind you, this is mere conjecturation.
吉和の犯行
But one question keeps emerging at the back of my mind. Was was Mashikazu Yanagihori really the murderer of these 3 victims?
児童たちを殺害したのは本当に吉和なのか。
Is it possible this crime was not actually perpetrated by him at all?
後期の吉和は
Think about it.
言葉
In
に
his final
コン
days,
タクトは不自由だったとは
Yoshikazu was incapable of communicating with others through
基本
speech.
的にはおとなしく
And despite
他
his
人に危害
childlike
を加えるような性質では
reversion, he always been a personable and friendly man. As the saying goes, he would not hurt a fly.
これは彼を取り巻いていた親戚
All
や
his
付近住民の証言
relatives,
も
friends, and
含まれて
neighbors
きたので
confirmed as much. Shocked to hear that such a kind man could commit these inconceivable
突然このような強行に走る道理がないのであ
He certainly had no motive for the crime either. There was nothing for him to gain from it.
る一方
Then
それ
again,
まで健康であ
he
った
simply may have
吉和
lost his mind. Look at
柳
his
堀校長
father.
が突然
It was around this
機械の
time,
伝統や行動を
time that the
取り始めた
principal Takamine suddenly began speaking in tongues and acting in the most particular way.
何かに取り憑かれて
Not to mention scribbling incomprehensible gibberish all over his wall, as if possessed.
何者かに怯えるよう
He
に
seemed frightened of someone that would often be found crouching in the corner of his office, moaning and whistling when visitors came by.
相当な
If
事
he
態
could
だ
wind up in such a belunged state with no warning, then perhaps so too could his son.
そこに私は
I believe that we're looking at a curse far more powerful than anything
巨大なる呪詛の
man
側面
could devise.
開校当初より閉鎖さ
From
れ
the
てい
time
た
of opening its doors and the day it came, it closed them forever.
天神小学校
Heaven
の
knows
地下室
and the elementary school sealed basement room has existed as some form of cursed ground.
この連続児童誘
And to
拐殺害
find
事
the
件
underlying cause, we must go back beyond the infamous kidnapping and murder incident.
さらに遡るこ
Back
と
to
20年
back a whole 20 years.
おぼろげながら
I believe they may have found a clue that could shed some light on the situation. It may be a little far-fetched, but as leads go, but it's a lead nonetheless.
廃校になった後
Regrettable, since Heavenly Host was not only closed down but demolished altogether, another school was built in its
失
place.
われた天神小学校の地下室を調べることは
It's
不可能だ
no longer possible to investigate the basement room directly,
私の助手が
but
興味深い方法を見つけてきてくれた
Prodigy has found them. Oh, there's like the from the ghost girl that helped us. This is their mentor. But my prodigy has found what may be the next best thing.
不可能が可能となるかもしれない
Someone that could make the impossible possible once more. Preparations are being made to pursue this lead even now.
詳しくは
I'm sure not to miss the next installment, or maybe the scoop of a lifetime. Yasuki Biki. Continued in chapter 5. Oh, return. An extra 4 has been unlocked. Well, that was a long episode. Thank you all for watching and see you guys next time. Bye bye.